own,
own,
自分自身のものであるか、またはそれを所有していることを表す。
I own a bike,
I own a bike.
he owns a cat,
He owns a cat.
she owns a shop,
She owns a shop.
own,
Own,
last,
last.
何かが続くか、または一連の中で最後であること。
this is the last apple,
This is the last apple.
the movie lasts 2 hours,
The movie lasts 2 hours.
she was last in line,
She was last in line.
last,
Last,
until,
until.
特定の時間やイベントが発生するまでの期間や点を指す。
wait until 5 p.m.,
Wait until 5 p.m.
the store is open until 9 p.m.,
The store is open until 9 p.m.
work until you finish,
Work until you finish.
until,
Until.
present,
Present.
何かを与えること、または現在の時点を指す。
I present a gift,
I present a gift.
he is present,
He is present.
we present our ideas,
We present our ideas.
present,
Present.
public,
Public.
一般の人々や社会全体に関連すること。
this park is public,
This park is public.
she speaks in public,
She speaks in public.
the public decides,
The public decides.
public,
Public.
thus,
Thus.
その結果として、このように、
thus, we agree,
Thus, we agree.
it rains, thus we stay,
It rains, thus we stay.
he studied, thus he passed,
He studied, thus he passed.
thus,
Thus.
general,
General.
広範囲にわたる、または特定の職位を指す。
it's a general rule,
It's a general rule.
he is a general,
He is a general.
in general, I agree,
In general, I agree.
general,
General.
soul,
Soul.
人の精神や本質。
the soul is deep,
The soul is deep.
Music touches the soul.
Music touches the soul.
She has a kind soul.
She has a kind soul.
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 Care.
Care.
注意深く行動すること、または関心を持つこと。
I care for my dog.
I care for my dog.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Do you care about it?
Do you care about it?
Care.
Care.
Rest.
Rest.
休憩すること、または残りの部分。
I need to rest.
I need to rest.
The rest is easy.
The rest is easy.
Let's rest now.
Let's rest now.
Rest.
Rest.
Account.
Account.
説明すること、または財務記録。
I have a bank account.
I have a bank account.
He accounts for his actions.
He accounts for his actions.
They closed their account.
They closed their account.
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 View.
View.
見ること、またはある特定の視点や意見。
I view the painting.
I view the painting.
The view is beautiful.
The view is beautiful.
She views it differently.
She views it differently.
View.
View.
Suppose.
Suppose.
何かが真実であると考えること。
I suppose he's right.
I suppose he's right.
Suppose it rains tomorrow.
Suppose it rains tomorrow.
She supposed it was late.
She supposed it was late.
Suppose.
Suppose.
Fair.
Fair.
正義に基づく、またはイベントや展示会。
It's a fair decision.
It's a fair decision.
We went to the fair.
We went to the fair.
She has fair hair.
She has fair hair.
Fair.
Fair.
Service.
Service.
供給されるサービス、または役立つ行為。
The service was good.
The service was good.
He services the car.
He services the car.
They offer free service.
They offer free service.
Service.
service,
desire,
desire,
強く望むこと、または欲求。
I desire success.
I desire success.
His desire is strong.
His desire is strong.
They desire a change.
They desire a change.
Desire,
Desire,
charge,
charge,
料金や費用、または責任を負うこと。
the charge was high.
the charge was high.
He charges the battery.
He charges the battery.
She took charge of the project.
She took charge of the project.
Charge,
Charge,
duty,
duty,
義務や責任、あるべき行動。
it's my duty to help.
it's my duty to help.
He performs his duty well.
He performs his duty well.
Duty calls me.
Duty calls me.
Duty,
Duty,
distance,
distance,
物体間の空間的な隔たり。
the distance is far.
the distance is far.
He ran a long distance.
He ran a long distance.
Keep distance from the fire.
Keep distance from the fire.
Distance,
Distance,
object,
object,
物理的なもの、または反対や異議を唱えること。
the object was heavy.
the object was heavy.
She objects to the plan.
She objects to the plan.
He couldn't identify the object.
He couldn't identify the object.
Object,
Object,
various,
various,
多様な種類やタイプを指す。
there are various books.
there are various books.
Various people came.
Various people came.
He has various skills.
He has various skills.
Various,
Various,
deal,
deal,
取引、または何かに対処すること。
we made a deal.
we made a deal.
She deals with problems.
She deals with problems.
He deals in cars.
He deals in cars.
Deal,
Deal,
plain,
plain,
明白な、または地理的な特徴。
the answer is plain.
The answer is plain.
She likes plain clothes.
She likes plain clothes.
They crossed the plain.
They crossed the plain.
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 Immediately.
Immediately.
すぐに、遅延なく。
Come immediately.
Come immediately.
He replied immediately.
He replied immediately.
I understood immediately.
I understood immediately.
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 Enemy.
Enemy.
敵対する人やグループ。
He is my enemy.
He is my enemy.
They fought the enemy.
They fought the enemy.
The enemy retreated.
The enemy retreated.
Enemy.
Enemy.
Occasion.
Occasion.
特定の時や出来事。
This is a special occasion.
This is a special occasion.
We meet on various occasions.
We meet on various occasions.
He bought a gift for the occasion.
He bought a gift for the occasion.
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 Former.
Former.
過去の、以前の状態や位置を指す。
He is the former president.
He is the former president.
The former idea was better.
The former idea was better.
She returned to her former job.
She returned to her former job.
Former.
Former.
Merely.
Merely.
ただ、単にそれだけを意味する。
It is merely a suggestion.
It is merely a suggestion.
He was merely joking.
He was merely joking.
She merely nodded.
She merely nodded.
Merely.
Merely.
Property.
Property.
所有物、または所有権を持つもの。
This house is my property.
This house is my property.
They sold their property.
They sold their property.
He owns a lot of property.
He owns a lot of property.
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 Respect.
Respect.
敬意を示すこと、またはその感情。
I have great respect for her.
I have great respect for her.
Respect your elders.
Respect your elders.
He earned their respect.
He earned their respect.
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 Worth.
Worth.
価値、重要性、または価値があると認められること。
This book is worth reading.
This book is worth reading.
The necklace is of great worth.
The necklace is of great worth.
It was worth the effort.
It was worth the effort.
Worth.
Worth.
Result.
Result.
何かが起こった後の状態や結果。
The result was unexpected.
The result was unexpected.
We awaited the test results.
We awaited the test results.
Hard work leads to good results.
Hard work leads to good results.
Result.
Result.
Heaven.
Heaven.
宗教的または精神的な理想的な場所。
She believes in heaven.
She believes in heaven.
Heaven is peaceful.
Heaven is peaceful.
They said heaven is above.
They said heaven is above.
Heaven.
Heaven.
Regard.
Regard.
思いやり、またはある方法で見ること。
I regard him highly.
I regard him highly.
In this regard, we are lucky.
In this regard, we are lucky.
She regards it as important.
She regards it as important.
Regard.
Regard.
Experience.
Experience.
経験や体験、または何かを体験すること。
I have much experience.
I have much experience.
He experienced joy.
He experienced joy.
Experience teaches us.
Experience teaches us.
Experience.
Experience.
Notice.
Notice.
認識すること、または知らせること。
I didn't notice the change.
I didn't notice the change.
He gave notice at work.
He gave notice at work.
She took no notice of him.
She took no notice of him.
Notice.
Notice.
Support.
Support.
援助や支持、または支えること。
I support your decision.
I support your decision.
He needs support.
He needs support.
They offer financial support.
They offer financial support.
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 Individual.
Individual.
一人の人、または特定の。
Each individual is unique.
Each individual is unique.
He is an important individual.
He is an important individual.
They have individual tastes.
They have individual tastes.
Individual.
Individual.
Religion.
Religion.
信仰や崇拝のシステム。
She practices a religion.
She practices a religion.
Religion is important to him.
Religion is important to him.
They study various religions.
They study various religions.
Religion.
Religion.
Escape.
Escape.
逃れること、または避けること。
He tried to escape.
He tried to escape.
The escape was successful.
The escape was successful.
She found an escape route.
She found an escape route.
Escape.
Escape.
Attempt.
Attempt.
努力すること、または何かを達成しようとする行為。
He made an attempt.
He made an attempt.
I will attempt to do it.
I will attempt to do it.
They failed in their attempt.
They failed in their attempt.
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 Pain.
Pain.
身体的または精神的な苦痛。
I feel pain.
I feel pain.
The injury pained him.
The injury pained him.
She has a pain in her back.
She has a pain in her back.
Pain.
Pain.
Beneath.
Beneath.
下の位置にあること、または価値が劣ること。
The cat is beneath the table.
The cat is beneath the table.
It's beneath my dignity.
It's beneath my dignity.
He hid the box beneath the bed.
He hid the box beneath the bed.
Beneath.
Beneath.
Justice.
Justice.
公平性や道徳的な正しさ。
She seeks justice.
She seeks justice.
Justice will prevail.
Justice will prevail.
The court delivered justice.
The court delivered justice.
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 Medium.
Medium.
伝達の手段、または中間のサイズや程度。
Water is a medium for sound.
Water is a medium for sound.
He ordered a medium steak.
He ordered a medium steak.
She works in various mediums.
She works in various mediums.
Medium.
Medium.
Grave.
Grave.
墓の場所、または深刻さを示す。
They visited the grave.
They visited the grave.
The situation is grave.
The situation is grave.
He faced a grave decision.
He faced a grave decision.
Grave.
Grave.
Rise.
Rise.
上に移動すること、または増加すること。
The sun will rise.
The sun will rise.
Prices are on the rise.
Prices are on the rise.
He rose to the challenge.
He rose to the challenge.
Rise.
Rise.
Reply.
Reply.
応答すること、または答えること。
She gave a quick reply.
She gave a quick reply.
He replied to the email.
He replied to the email.
I must reply to his letter.
I must reply to his letter.
Reply.
Reply.
Equal.
Equal.
同じ量や価値を持つこと、または同等にすること。
All are equal here.
All are equal here.
The scores were equal.
The scores were equal.
He tried to equal the record.
He tried to equal the record.
Equal.
Equal.
Promise.
Promise.
宣言や制約、または保証すること。
He made a promise.
He made a promise.
I promise to help.
I promise to help.
She kept her promise.
She kept her promise.
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 Pale.
Pale.
色が薄い、または明るさが少ないこと。
Her face was pale.
Her face was pale.
The light is too pale.
The light is too pale.
He turned pale with fear.
He turned pale with fear.
Pale.
Pale.
Conduct.
Conduct.
振る舞いや管理すること。
His conduct was good.
His conduct was good.
She conducts a choir.
She conducts a choir.
They conducted the experiment.
They conducted the experiment.
Conduct.
Conduct.
Lead.
Lead.
金属の一種、または先導すること。
The pipes are made of lead.
The pipes are made of lead.
He leads the team.
He leads the team.
They lead a busy life.
They lead a busy life.
Lead.
Lead.
Vain.
Vain.
効果がない、または自己中心的なこと。
It was a vain effort.
It was a vain effort.
He is vain about his looks.
He is vain about his looks.
Don't be vain of your success.
Don't be vain of your success.
Vain.
Vain.
Instance.
Instance.
例示や事例。
For instance, consider this.
For instance, consider this.
This is a good instance.
This is a good instance.
Can you give me an instance?
Can you give me an instance?
Instance.
Instance.
Loss.
Loss.
失われること、または損失を受けること。
He suffered a big loss.
He suffered a big loss.
The team felt the loss.
The team felt the loss.
They reported a financial loss.
They reported a financial loss.
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 Complete.
Complete.
完成している、または何かを終わらせること。
The project is complete.
The project is complete.
He completed the race.
He completed the race.
She completed her work.
She completed her work.
Complete.
Complete.
Access.
Access.
到達する権利、または何かに接近すること。
We need access to the files.
We need access to the files.
The building has wheelchair access.
The building has wheelchair access.
He accessed the data.
He accessed the data.
Access.
Access.
Passion.
Passion.
強い感情や熱意。
She has a passion for music.
She has a passion for music.
His passion inspired others.
His passion inspired others.
They shared a common passion.
They shared a common passion.
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 Serious.
Serious.
深刻な、または重大な態度や状況。
This is a serious matter.
This is a serious matter.
He looked serious.
He looked serious.
They took a serious approach.
They took a serious approach.
Serious.
serious,
sufficient,
sufficient,
必要な量や程度を満たすこと。
We have sufficient food.
we have sufficient food,
The evidence is sufficient.
the evidence is sufficient,
His income is sufficient for his needs.
his income is sufficient for his needs,
Sufficient.
sufficient,
Moral.
moral,
正しい行動や原則、または倫理的な価値。
It's a moral duty.
it's a moral duty,
The story teaches a moral lesson.
the story teaches a moral lesson,
He has strong moral values.
he has strong moral values,
Moral.
moral,
Fit.
fit,
適切であること、または健康状態。
The dress fits you well.
the dress fits you well,
He is fit and healthy.
he is fit and healthy,
The key fits the lock.
the key fits the lock,
Fit.
fit,
Courage.
courage,
恐れに立ち向かう強さ。
It took courage to speak out.
it took courage to speak out,
She showed great courage.
she showed great courage,
Courage is needed in difficult times.
courage is needed in difficult times,
Courage.
courage,
Glance.
glance,
短く見ること、または素早い目移り。
He took a glance at the clock.
he took a glance at the clock,
At first glance, it seemed easy.
at first glance, it seemed easy,
She gave a nervous glance.
she gave a nervous glance,
Glance.
glance,
Glory.
glory,
偉大さや名声。
They fought for glory.
they fought for glory,
He achieved glory in his career.
he achieved glory in his career,
The glory days are over.
the glory days are over,
Glory.
glory,
Ordinary.
ordinary,
通常の、特別でないこと。
It was an ordinary day.
it was an ordinary day,
He's just an ordinary guy.
he's just an ordinary guy,
Nothing ordinary about it.
nothing ordinary about it,
Ordinary.
ordinary,
Taste.
taste,
味覚、または何かの風味を試すこと。
I like the taste of coffee.
I like the taste of coffee.
She tasted the soup.
She tasted the soup.
It tastes sweet.
It tastes sweet.
Taste.
Taste.
Distribute.
Distribute.
何かを複数の人や場所に分けて与えること。
They distribute food to the needy.
They distribute food to the needy.
The company distributes products worldwide.
The company distributes products worldwide.
He distributed the flyers.
He distributed the flyers.
Distribute.
Distribute.
Judge.
Judge.
考えや意見を形成すること、または法的な決定を下す人。
Don't judge too quickly.
Don't judge too quickly.
She will judge the competition.
She will judge the competition.
The judge ruled on the case.
The judge ruled on the case.
Judge.
Judge.
Extent.
Extent.
範囲や大きさ、または限界。
The extent of the damage was huge.
The extent of the damage was huge.
To some extent, I agree.
To some extent, I agree.
We underestimated the extent of the problem.
We underestimated the extent of the problem.
Extent.
Extent.
Curious.
Curious.
知りたがる、興味や関心が強いこと。
She is curious about everything.
She is curious about everything.
A curious child asks many questions.
A curious child asks many questions.
The cat was too curious.
The cat was too curious.
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 Besides.
Besides.
加えて、さらに、またはそれ以外に。
Besides, I have another plan.
Besides, I have another plan.
He has many hobbies, besides painting.
He has many hobbies, besides painting.
She won't go, and besides, she's not invited.
She won't go, and besides, she's not invited.
Besides.
Besides.
Confidence.
Confidence.
自分の能力に対する信頼や確信。
He spoke with confidence.
He spoke with confidence.
She lacks confidence.
She lacks confidence.
Confidence is key to success.
Confidence is key to success.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Vast.
Vast.
非常に大きい、または広範囲にわたること。
The ocean is vast.
The ocean is vast.
They own a vast estate.
They own a vast estate.
The vast majority agrees.
The vast majority agrees.
Vast.
Vast.
Prove.
Prove.
何かが真実または有効であることを示す。
He proved his point.
He proved his point.
The theory was difficult to prove.
The theory was difficult to prove.
She proved to be a great leader.
She proved to be a great leader.
Prove.
Prove.
Legal.
Legal.
法に関連する、または法律によって許されていること。
It's a legal document.
It's a legal document.
He sought legal advice.
He sought legal advice.
The procedure is completely legal.
The procedure is completely legal.
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 Pure.
Pure.
混じり気のない、完全にそのものであること。
The water is pure.
The water is pure.
She has a pure heart.
She has a pure heart.
They seek pure gold.
They seek pure gold.
Pure.
Pure.
Distant.
Distant.
遠く離れた位置にあること。
He lives in a distant city.
He lives in a distant city.
The stars seemed distant.
The stars seemed distant.
They heard a distant sound.
They heard a distant sound.
Distant.
Distant.
Progress.
Progress.
進展、または発展すること。
We made significant progress.
We made significant progress.
The project is progressing well.
The project is progressing well.
He measured his progress.
He measured his progress.
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 Narrow.
Narrow.
幅や範囲が少ないこと。
The street was narrow.
The street was narrow.
He had a narrow escape.
He had a narrow escape.
The gap is too narrow.
The gap is too narrow.
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 Altogether.
Altogether.
完全に、または全体として。
It's altogether different.
It's altogether different.
She stopped seeing him altogether.
She stopped seeing him altogether.
I'm not altogether sure.
I'm not altogether sure.
altogether,
altogether,
search,
search,
探し求めること、または調査すること。
police search for clues,
police search for clues,
he conducted a thorough search,
he conducted a thorough search,
I will search the area,
I will search the area,
search,
search,
measure,
measure,
大きさや量を測ること、または評価の基準。
measure the length,
measure the length,
he took measures to improve,
he took measures to improve,
the measure of success is subjective,
the measure of success is subjective,
measure,
measure,
otherwise,
otherwise,
別の方法で、または異なる結果であること。
act quickly, otherwise it's too late,
act quickly, otherwise it's too late,
he is quiet, but otherwise nice,
he is quiet, but otherwise nice,
think otherwise if you wish,
think otherwise if you wish,
otherwise,
otherwise,
stream,
stream,
流れる水の小さな流れ、または連続的に動かすこと。
the stream flows gently,
the stream flows gently,
data streams in real time,
data streams in real time,
tears streamed down her face,
tears streamed down her face,
stream,
stream,
aid,
aid,
助けや支援、または支援すること。
he offered his aid,
he offered his aid,
she works in foreign aid,
she works in foreign aid,
we must aid those in need,
we must aid those in need,
aid,
aid,
delight,
delight,
大きな喜び、または楽しませること。
the news brought great delight,
the news brought great delight,
she delights in painting,
she delights in painting,
the performance delighted the audience,
the performance delighted the audience,
delight,
delight,
amount,
amount,
合計量、または合計すること。
the amount of water was low,
the amount of water was low,
he paid a large amount,
he paid a large amount,
all these things amount to success,
all these things amount to success,
amount,
amount,
obtain,
obtain,
手に入れる、または獲得すること。
She managed to obtain the information.
She managed to obtain the information.
The drug is difficult to obtain.
The drug is difficult to obtain.
He obtained a high score.
He obtained a high score.
Obtain.
Obtain.
Tax.
Tax.
政府に支払う金銭、またはそのような金銭を課すこと。
I pay my taxes.
I pay my taxes.
The government will tax cigarettes.
The government will tax cigarettes.
Tax laws are complex.
Tax laws are complex.
Tax.
Tax.
Dare.
Dare.
大胆な行為をすること、または挑戦すること。
I dare to speak the truth.
I dare to speak the truth.
Do you dare to try?
Do you dare to try?
He didn't dare to ask.
He didn't dare to ask.
Dare.
Dare.
Surface.
Surface.
物体の外側の部分、または上に現れること。
Water covers the surface.
Water covers the surface.
The submarine surfaced.
The submarine surfaced.
Dust gathered on the surface.
Dust gathered on the surface.
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 Peculiar.
Peculiar.
独特の、または普通でないこと。
It's a peculiar taste.
It's a peculiar taste.
She has a peculiar habit.
She has a peculiar habit.
The bird has peculiar feathers.
The bird has peculiar feathers.
Peculiar.
Peculiar.
Advance.
Advance.
前進、または発展すること。
Technology is in advance.
Technology is in advance.
He advanced his career.
He advanced his career.
The army advanced.
The army advanced.
Advance.
Advance.
Secure.
Secure.
危険がない、または安全を確保すること。
The building is secure.
The building is secure.
He secured the rope.
He secured the rope.
She secured a loan.
She secured a loan.
Secure.
Secure.
Tongue.
Tongue.
口の中の筋肉質の器官。
The cat licked its tongue.
The cat licked its tongue.
He bit his tongue.
He bit his tongue.
Taste buds are on the tongue.
Taste buds are on the tongue.
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 Breast.
Breast.
人体の胸部、特に女性の乳房。
She held the baby to her breast.
She held the baby to her breast.
He has a broad breast.
He has a broad breast.
Breast cancer is a serious concern.
Breast cancer is a serious concern.
Breast.
Breast.
Claim.
Claim.
要求すること、または何かを持っていると宣言すること。
She made a claim on the estate.
She made a claim on the estate.
He claims to know the truth.
He claims to know the truth.
I claim this land as mine.
I claim this land as mine.
Claim.
Claim.
Sharp.
Sharp.
切れ味が良い、または急激なこと。
The knife is sharp.
The knife is sharp.
He has a sharp mind.
He has a sharp mind.
There was a sharp turn in the road.
There was a sharp turn in the road.
Sharp.
Sharp.
Expense.
Expense.
使用したり消費したりすることによって生じる費用。
The trip was a big expense.
The trip was a big expense.
He claimed the expense on his taxes.
He claimed the expense on his taxes.
They cut down on expenses.
They cut down on expenses.
Expense.
Expense.
Companion.
Companion.
一緒に時間を過ごす人。
She is my travel companion.
She is my travel companion.
A dog is a good companion.
A dog is a good companion.
He was a faithful companion.
He was a faithful companion.
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 Mass.
Mass.
物質の量、または大きな集団。
The mass of the earth is huge.
The mass of the earth is huge.
They gathered in mass.
They gathered in mass.
The mass media covers the event.
The mass media covers the event.
Mass.
Mass.
Numerous.
Numerous.
多くの数が多いこと。
He has numerous friends.
He has numerous friends.
There are numerous stars in the sky.
There are numerous stars in the sky.
They made numerous attempts.
They made numerous attempts.
Numerous.
Numerous.
Frequently.
Frequently.
たびたび、またはしばしば。
He visits her frequently.
He visits her frequently.
It frequently rains here.
It frequently rains here.
She frequently changes her mind.
She frequently changes her mind.
Frequently.
Frequently.
Divine.
Divine.
神に関連する、または予知すること。
She believed in divine intervention.
She believed in divine intervention.
He claimed to have divine powers.
He claimed to have divine powers.
The priest divines the future.
The priest divines the future.
Divine.
Divine.
Guess.
Guess.
何かを推測すること、または予想すること。
It's just a guess.
It's just a guess.
Can you guess the answer?
Can you guess the answer?
She guessed my intentions.
She guessed my intentions.
Guess.
Guess.
Finding.
Finding.
発見した結果や情報。
The finding was surprising.
The finding was surprising.
His research led to new findings.
His research led to new findings.
They shared their findings with the team.
They shared their findings with the team.
Finding.
Finding.
Remarkable.
Remarkable.
目立つ、異常な、または特筆すべきこと。
Her memory is remarkable.
Her memory is remarkable.
It was a remarkable achievement.
It was a remarkable achievement.
He made remarkable progress.
He made remarkable progress.
Remarkable.
Remarkable.
Slight.
Slight.
小さい、重要でない、または微妙な。
The chances are slight.
The chances are slight.
She felt a slight pain.
She felt a slight pain.
He gave a slight nod.
He gave a slight nod.
Slight.
Slight.
Principle.
Principle.
基本的な真実、法則、または信念。
The principle of gravity is well known.
The principle of gravity is well known.
He adheres to his principles.
He adheres to his principles.
It's a matter of principle.
It's a matter of principle.
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 Bore.
Bore.
退屈やうんざりさせること。
The lecture bored me.
The lecture bored me.
He is a bore at parties.
He is a bore at parties.
The movie didn't bore her.
The movie didn't bore her.
Bore.
Bore.
Active.
Active.
活発な動きや活動が多い状態。
She is very active at work.
She is very active at work.
An active lifestyle is important.
An active lifestyle is important.
The volcano is still active.
The volcano is still active.
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 Aware.
Aware.
気づいている、認識している状態。
He was aware of the danger.
He was aware of the danger.
She became aware of the problem.
She became aware of the problem.
Are you aware of the risks?
Are you aware of the risks?
Aware.
Aware.
Calm.
Calm.
平静な、動揺しない状態。
The sea was calm.
The sea was calm.
He remained calm under pressure.
He remained calm under pressure.
She spoke in a calm voice.
She spoke in a calm voice.
Calm.
Calm.
Sacred.
Sacred.
神聖視されている、宗教的に重要な。
The temple is a sacred place.
The temple is a sacred place.
They held sacred beliefs.
They held sacred beliefs.
The ritual is sacred to them.
The ritual is sacred to them.
Sacred.
Sacred.
Entire.
Entire.
全部、完全な。
The entire book was fascinating.
The entire book was fascinating.
He spent his entire life here.
He spent his entire life here.
The entire city celebrated.
The entire city celebrated.
Entire.
Entire.
Direct.
Direct.
直接的な、または指示や管理すること。
He gave a direct answer.
He gave a direct answer.
She directs the choir.
She directs the choir.
The sign directs traffic.
The sign directs traffic.
Direct.
Direct.
Approach.
Approach.
近づくこと、または対処の方法。
He approached the problem carefully.
He approached the problem carefully.
Her approach is effective.
Her approach is effective.
The cat approached quietly.
The cat approached quietly.
Approach.
Approach.
Priest.
Priest.
宗教的な儀式を執り行う人。
The priest conducted the ceremony.
The priest conducted the ceremony.
He spoke to the priest for advice.
He spoke to the priest for advice.
She met the priest at the church.
She met the priest at the church.
Priest.
Priest.
Sorrow.
Sorrow.
深い悲しみや失望感。
She felt great sorrow.
She felt great sorrow.
Sorrow filled his heart.
Sorrow filled his heart.
The news brought sorrow to all.
The news brought sorrow to all.
Sorrow.
Sorrow.
Beat.
Beat.
打撃を与えること、またはリズム。
His heart beat fast.
His heart beat fast.
She can beat the drum.
She can beat the drum.
Keep to the beat of the music.
Keep to the beat of the music.
Beat.
Beat.
Hurt.
Hurt.
身体的または感情的な痛みを与えること。
The fall hurt his leg.
The fall hurt his leg.
His words hurt me.
His words hurt me.
Are you hurt?
Are you hurt?
Hurt.
Hurt.
Express.
Express.
感情や考えを明確に示すこと。
She expressed her gratitude.
She expressed her gratitude.
Express your opinions freely.
Express your opinions freely.
He couldn't express his feelings.
He couldn't express his feelings.
Express.
Express.
Height.
Height.
上端から下端までの距離、または高い地点。
The mountain has a great height.
The mountain has a great height.
He was afraid of heights.
He was afraid of heights.
The height of the building is impressive.
The height of the building is impressive.
Height.
Height.
Edge.
Edge.
物の外側の境界線、または刃。
Stand back from the edge.
Stand back from the edge.
The knife has a sharp edge.
The knife has a sharp edge.
She sat at the edge of the bed.
She sat at the edge of the bed.
Edge.
Edge.
Sympathy.
Sympathy.
他人の感情や状況に共感すること。
I have sympathy for her.
I have sympathy for her.
He showed no sympathy.
He showed no sympathy.
They expressed sympathy to the family.
They expressed sympathy to the family.
Sympathy.
Sympathy.
Burst.
Burst.
突然破裂すること、または急激に増加すること。
The balloon burst.
The balloon burst.
He burst into tears.
He burst into tears.
The pipe burst due to pressure.
The pipe burst due to pressure.
Burst.
Burst.
Suffer.
Suffer.
痛みや困難を経験すること。
He suffers from allergies.
He suffers from allergies.
They suffered a great loss.
They suffered a great loss.
She suffered in silence.
She suffered in silence.
Suffer.
Suffer.
Literature.
Literature.
書かれた作品、特に芸術的価値のあるもの。
He studies English literature.
He studies English literature.
Literature is her passion.
Literature is her passion.
The book is a classic of literature.
The book is a classic of literature.
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 Vessel.
Vessel.
流体を運ぶための容器、または水上輸送のための船。
Fill the vessel with water.
Fill the vessel with water.
The vessel sailed at dawn.
The vessel sailed at dawn.
Blood vessels carry blood.
Blood vessels carry blood.
Vessel.
Vessel.
Affection.
Affection.
深い感情や愛着。
She showed her affection openly.
She showed her affection openly.
His affection for his family is strong.
His affection for his family is strong.
They shared a mutual affection.
They shared a mutual affection.
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 Rank.
Rank.
社会的または職業的な地位、または順位付け。
He holds a high rank in the military.
He holds a high rank in the military.
Rank the players by ability.
Rank the players by ability.
She ranks among the best.
She ranks among the best.
Rank.
Rank.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
通常や普通を超える、非常に異常または特別な。
His strength is extraordinary.
His strength is extraordinary.
It was an extraordinary event.
It was an extraordinary event.
She has extraordinary talent.
She has extraordinary talent.
Extraordinary.
extraordinary,
address,
address,
住所または問題に対処すること。
what is your address?
what is your address?
He addressed the crowd.
He addressed the crowd.
We must address these issues.
We must address these issues.
Address,
Address,
impression,
impression,
感じられること、または影響を与える印象。
his speech made a strong impression.
his speech made a strong impression.
I have a good impression of her.
I have a good impression of her.
The painting left an impression on me.
The painting left an impression on me.
Impression,
Impression,
shape,
shape,
物の外形や形状、または形成すること。
the cloud had a strange shape.
the cloud had a strange shape.
He shapes the clay into a vase.
He shapes the clay into a vase.
Her experiences shaped her personality.
Her experiences shaped her personality.
Shape,
Shape,
content,
content,
何かの中身や情報、または満足感。
the book's content is interesting.
the book's content is interesting.
She seemed content with the decision.
She seemed content with the decision.
The content of the speech was controversial.
The content of the speech was controversial.
Content,
Content,
shame,
shame,
恥ずべき感情や状態、または恥を感じること。
it's a shame that he didn't come.
It's a shame that he didn't come.
She felt shame for her actions.
She felt shame for her actions.
He shamed his family.
He shamed his family.
Shame,
Shame,
quality,
quality,
何かの特性や水準、または優れた特性。
the quality of the product is high.
the quality of the product is high.
He is a man of quality.
He is a man of quality.
They focused on quality over quantity.
They focused on quality over quantity.
Quality,
Quality,
soil,
soil,
地面の表層部分、育成のための地面。
the soil is fertile here.
the soil is fertile here.
We tested the soil quality.
We tested the soil quality.
Plants grow well in this soil.
Plants grow well in this soil.
Soil,
Soil,
mention,
mention,
話の中で簡単に触れること。
he didn't mention the meeting.
He didn't mention the meeting.
She mentioned seeing you.
She mentioned seeing you.
I'll mention it to my boss.
I'll mention it to my boss.
Mention.
Mention.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
絶対的に、完全に、または断固として。
I'm absolutely sure.
I'm absolutely sure.
It's absolutely necessary.
It's absolutely necessary.
She refused absolutely.
She refused absolutely.
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 Contain.
Contain.
何かを中に持っていること、または抑えること。
The box contains books.
The box contains books.
The article contains important information.
The article contains important information.
She could hardly contain her excitement.
She could hardly contain her excitement.
Contain.
Contain.
Previous.
Previous.
前に起こった、以前の。
In the previous year, sales increased.
In the previous year, sales increased.
He had no previous experience.
He had no previous experience.
She referred to a previous discussion.
She referred to a previous discussion.
Previous.
Previous.
Poetry.
Poetry.
詩的な言葉や作品。
He writes beautiful poetry.
He writes beautiful poetry.
She has a passion for poetry.
She has a passion for poetry.
Poetry can express deep emotions.
Poetry can express deep emotions.
Poetry.
Poetry.
Policy.
Policy.
方針や手順、または規則。
The company has a strict policy.
The company has a strict policy.
He disagreed with the policy.
He disagreed with the policy.
They implemented new policies.
They implemented new policies.
Policy.
Policy.
Demand.
Demand.
強く求めること、または市場での必要性。
The customers demand quality.
The customers demand quality.
There is a high demand for organic food.
There is a high demand for organic food.
He met their demands.
He met their demands.
Demand.
Demand.
Current.
Current.
今起こっている、または流れる水や電気。
Stay informed about current events.
Stay informed about current events.
The current was strong.
The current was strong.
Swim against the current.
Swim against the current.
current,
current,
bitter,
bitter,
苦味がある、または感情的に苦しい。
the medicine is bitter,
the medicine is bitter,
he felt bitter disappointment,
he felt bitter disappointment,
a bitter wind blew,
a bitter wind blew,
bitter,
bitter,
fond,
fond,
愛着や好みがあること。
she is fond of music,
she is fond of music,
he has fond memories of his childhood,
he has fond memories of his childhood,
they were fond of each other,
they were fond of each other,
fond,
fond,
capable,
capable,
何かをする能力があること。
she is capable of great things,
she is capable of great things,
he's a capable leader,
he's a capable leader,
this device is capable of measuring speed,
this device is capable of measuring speed,
capable,
capable,
firm,
firm,
堅固な、または商業組織。
the mattress is too firm,
the mattress is too firm,
he works for a law firm,
he works for a law firm,
keep a firm grip on the handle,
keep a firm grip on the handle,
firm,
firm,
superior,
superior,
質が高い、または階級が上の人。
this model is superior to others,
this model is superior to others,
he reported to his superior,
he reported to his superior,
she felt superior to her colleagues,
she felt superior to her colleagues,
superior,
superior,
cruel,
cruel,
痛みや苦痛を与える、無慈悲な。
the treatment of animals was cruel,
the treatment of animals was cruel,
he has a cruel streak,
he has a cruel streak,
the world can be a cruel place,
the world can be a cruel place,
cruel,
cruel,
proof,
proof,
何かが真実であることを示す事実や情報。
the photograph was proof of the event,
the photograph was proof of the event,
they needed proof to convict him,
they needed proof to convict him,
the theory lacks proof,
the theory lacks proof,
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 process,
process,
一連の行動やステップ、または何かを行う方法。
The process of learning is complex.
The process of learning is complex.
We need to process the data.
We need to process the data.
The application is in process.
The application is in process.
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 Concerned.
Concerned.
関心を持っている、または懸念している。
She is concerned about the results.
She is concerned about the results.
All concerned parties must agree.
All concerned parties must agree.
He seemed very concerned.
He seemed very concerned.
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 Practical.
Practical.
実際の経験や実践に基づく。
It's a practical solution.
It's a practical solution.
She has a lot of practical knowledge.
She has a lot of practical knowledge.
We need practical ideas.
We need practical ideas.
Practical.
Practical.
Increase.
Increase.
数量や程度が大きくなること。
The company saw an increase in sales.
The company saw an increase in sales.
We need to increase production.
We need to increase production.
The temperature will increase tomorrow.
The temperature will increase tomorrow.
Increase.
Increase.
Supply.
Supply.
必要なものを提供すること。
The city cut off the water supply.
The city cut off the water supply.
We supply materials to the factory.
We supply materials to the factory.
The demand exceeds the supply.
The demand exceeds the supply.
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 Delicate.
Delicate.
壊れやすい、または注意が必要な。
The situation is delicate.
The situation is delicate.
She has a delicate touch.
She has a delicate touch.
Handle the glasses with delicate care.
Handle the glasses with delicate care.
Delicate.
Delicate.
Remove.
Remove.
何かをその場所から動かす。
Remove your shoes before entering.
Remove your shoes before entering.
They decided to remove the old tree.
They decided to remove the old tree.
The stain was difficult to remove.
The stain was difficult to remove.
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 Huge.
Huge.
非常に大きい。
The building is huge.
The building is huge.
They won a huge amount of money.
They won a huge amount of money.
The news had a huge impact.
The news had a huge impact.
Huge.
Huge.
Dozen.
Dozen.
12個の一組。
I bought a dozen eggs.
I bought a dozen eggs.
She read dozens of books.
She read dozens of books.
There were a dozen people in the room.
There were a dozen people in the room.
Dozen.
Dozen.
Release.
Release.
自由にする、または何かを公開すること。
They will release the film next month.
They will release the film next month.
The prisoner was released.
The prisoner was released.
The band's new album release is tomorrow.
The band's new album release is tomorrow.
Release.
Release.
Rough.
Rough.
表面が平らでない、または乱暴な。
The sea was rough today.
The sea was rough today.
He has a rough personality.
He has a rough personality.
The design is still rough.
The design is still rough.
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 Praise.
Praise.
認めて称えること。
The teacher praised her students.
The teacher praised her students.
He received much praise for his work.
He received much praise for his work.
Praise is important for motivation.
Praise is important for motivation.
Praise.
Praise.
Gain.
Gain.
得ること、または増加。
He gained a lot of experience.
He gained a lot of experience.
The company gained profits.
The company gained profits.
There is much to gain from this opportunity.
There is much to gain from this opportunity.
Gain.
Gain.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance.
知っている人、表面的な知り合い。
She is an old acquaintance of mine.
She is an old acquaintance of mine.
He made many acquaintances at the party.
He made many acquaintances at the party.
I have an acquaintance in the company.
I have an acquaintance in the company.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance.
Mission.
Mission.
特定の目的または責任。
The mission was successful.
The mission was successful.
His mission is to help others.
His mission is to help others.
The spacecraft completed its mission.
The spacecraft completed its mission.
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 Theory.
Theory.
一般的な原則やアイデアに基づいた説明。
He proposed a new theory.
He proposed a new theory.
The theory is widely accepted.
The theory is widely accepted.
We tested the theory in practice.
We tested the theory in practice.
Theory.
Theory.
Bare.
Bare.
覆いや装飾のない状態。
The walls were bare.
The walls were bare.
He stood on the bare floor.
He stood on the bare floor.
The tree was bare in winter.
The tree was bare in winter.
Bare.
Bare.
Hate.
Hate.
強い嫌悪や反感を感じること。
I hate being late.
I hate being late.
His hate was evident.
His hate was evident.
She expressed her hate for the injustice.
She expressed her hate for the injustice.
Hate.
Hate.
Faint.
Faint.
ほとんど感じられない、または意識を失うこと。
A faint sound was heard.
A faint sound was heard.
She felt faint from hunger.
She felt faint from hunger.
He fainted from the heat.
He fainted from the heat.
Faint.
Faint.
Brief.
Brief.
時間が短い、または要点を簡潔に説明すること。
It was a brief meeting.
It was a brief meeting.
He briefed the team on the plan.
He briefed the team on the plan.
Give me a brief summary.
Give me a brief summary.
Brief.
Brief.
Goods.
Goods.
販売または交換のための物品。
The store sells various goods.
The store sells various goods.
We shipped the goods overseas.
We shipped the goods overseas.
The goods were damaged in transit.
The goods were damaged in transit.
Goods.
Goods.
Tale.
Tale.
物語や冒険。
She told an interesting tale.
She told an interesting tale.
It's a tale of love and loss.
It's a tale of love and loss.
He spun a tale of his travels.
He spun a tale of his travels.
Tale.
Tale.
despair,
despair,
希望を失うこと、または絶望感。
he felt despair at his failure,
he felt despair at his failure,
despair overcame her,
despair overcame her,
in despair, he sought help,
in despair, he sought help,
despair,
despair,
total,
total,
全体の量、またはすべてを加えること。
the total amount is high,
the total amount is high,
he totaled the expenses,
he totaled the expenses,
the damage was total,
the damage was total,
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 dull,
dull,
興味を引かない、または鋭さがないこと。
the knife is dull,
the knife is dull,
the lecture was dull,
the lecture was dull,
his routine had become dull,
his routine had become dull,
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 prison,
prison,
犯罪者を収容する施設。
he was sent to prison,
he was sent to prison,
the prison was overcrowded,
the prison was overcrowded,
she visited him in prison,
she visited him in prison,
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 term,
term,
一定の時間の長さ、または特定の言葉や表現。
his term in office was short,
his term in office was short,
understand the terms of the agreement,
understand the terms of the agreement,
the term global warming is widely used,
the term global warming is widely used,
term,
term,
civil,
civil,
市民に関する、または非軍事的な。
civil rights are important,
civil rights are important,
he filed a civil lawsuit,
he filed a civil lawsuit,
it was a matter of civil law,
it was a matter of civil law,
civil,
civil,
strike,
strike,
労働者が仕事を止めること、または急に攻撃すること。
the workers went on strike,
the workers went on strike,
the clock struck midnight,
the clock struck midnight,
lightning struck the tree,
lightning struck the tree,
strike,
strike,
conscious,
conscious,
自分自身の感覚や存在に気づいている状態。
he was conscious of the danger,
He was conscious of the danger.
Stay conscious of your surroundings.
Stay conscious of your surroundings.
She lost consciousness.
She lost consciousness.
Conscious.
Conscious.
Evident.
Evident.
明白で、簡単に理解または認識できること。
The evidence was evident to all.
The evidence was evident to all.
His nervousness was evident.
His nervousness was evident.
It became evident that he was right.
It became evident that he was right.
Evident.
Evident.
Volume.
Volume.
物体が占める空間の量、または書籍の一部。
The volume of water in the tank is low.
The volume of water in the tank is low.
He turned up the volume.
He turned up the volume.
This is the first volume of the series.
This is the first volume of the series.
Volume.
Volume.
Bow.
Bow.
武器や楽器の一種、または頭を下げる動作。
He shot an arrow with his bow.
He shot an arrow with his bow.
The performer took a bow.
The performer took a bow.
The captain bowed to the queen.
The captain bowed to the queen.
Bow.
Bow.
Eager.
Eager.
何かをすることを強く望んでいる状態。
She was eager to learn.
She was eager to learn.
He is always eager to help.
He is always eager to help.
The children were eager for the trip.
The children were eager for the trip.
Eager.
Eager.
Precious.
Precious.
高い価値がある、または大切な。
Time is precious.
Time is precious.
She wore a precious necklace.
She wore a precious necklace.
The precious moments were unforgettable.
The precious moments were unforgettable.
Precious.
Precious.
Require.
Require.
必要とする、または求めること。
The recipe requires 3 eggs.
The recipe requires 3 eggs.
This job requires patience.
This job requires patience.
They require more information.
They require more information.
Require.
Require.
Vision.
Vision.
見る能力、または将来の計画や夢。
He has perfect vision.
He has perfect vision.
The company has a clear vision.
The company has a clear vision.
She shared her vision for the project.
She shared her vision for the project.
Vision.
Vision.
Rare.
Rare.
めったにない、または非常に珍しいこと。
It's a rare bird species.
It's a rare bird species.
The book is rare and valuable.
The book is rare and valuable.
He had a rare talent.
He had a rare talent.
Rare.
Rare.
Protect.
Protect.
被害や損害から守ること。
We must protect the environment.
We must protect the environment.
She wore a helmet to protect her head.
She wore a helmet to protect her head.
The law protects consumers.
The law protects consumers.
Protect.
Protect.
Innocent.
Innocent.
罪がない、または罪を犯していない状態。
He was proven innocent.
He was proven innocent.
The child's face was innocent.
The child's face was innocent.
She maintained her innocent plea.
She maintained her innocent plea.
Innocent.
Innocent.
Temper.
Temper.
感情の状態、または心の状態を調整すること。
He has a quick temper.
He has a quick temper.
Temper your expectations.
Temper your expectations.
She lost her temper.
She lost her temper.
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 Plenty.
Plenty.
豊富にある状態、または多量。
There is plenty of food.
There is plenty of food.
We have plenty of time.
We have plenty of time.
There will be plenty to do.
There will be plenty to do.
Plenty.
Plenty.
Mental.
Mental.
心や思考に関連すること。
Mental health is important.
Mental health is important.
He faced a mental challenge.
He faced a mental challenge.
She did a mental calculation.
She did a mental calculation.
Mental.
Mental.
Count.
Count.
数を数えること、または重要であること。
Count the number of items.
Count the number of items.
Every vote counts.
Every vote counts.
He lost count of the days.
He lost count of the days.
count,
count,